Yes. Okay, as part of last class, we finished the CSS, right?
Right.
Okay, today we will start validation JavaScript actually.
Oh, okay.
JavaScript means so far just we have developed form and we have given colors, correct? When you click on submit or register a student, then we need to validate all the fields, each field by field, whether the value is there or not.
Okay. So in that case, it's connected to the database, right?
Currently, we will not connect to database. First, user need to provide some value, correct?
Right.
Say for
Okay.
instance, you first name, last name, email is there. Without providing the value, directly user is trying to click the submit button or register button.
Hmm.
Then we have to display a message. Please provide first name. Please provide last name. Something like that.
Okay.
So that kind of validation we will see. And if time is there, we will see some Ajax call. Ajax means uh, some of the applications if you see right, if there is two dependent drop downs, like there is a country is there, first drop down,
Mhm.
and second drop down is province. If you select a country corresponding to all the provinces, it should display. Let's say for instance I selected India, to display all provinces. I selected US, it should populate all US provinces. Two drop downs, like it's like one is depend on other drop down. So that we'll see later. That is the next topic actually. See here. So these are our input fields, correct?
Right.
Okay, whenever user is clicking here, right now did you see we are not getting any message, correct?
Right.
So you should display like a please provide first name, one alert message, because there is no
Right.
field for first name, right?
Right.
And
Right.
last name. So like that we need to validate each and every field. If there is no value, then we need to display a message. So if everything is fine, then only we have to submit the field. Otherwise, we should not submit the field. Correct?
Right.
That is one part. And the second part is, right, if we see here skills, skills C++, Java, there is a three checkboxes, correct?
Right.
So say for instance, I think we are not able to see at all this thing. Let me change the color. Something else. Let me change, restart it.
Manohar, just a
Yeah.
quick question.
Yes,
Is
tell
this
me.
a yeah? It's just outside topic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
while you are working,
Mm-hmm.
asking a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a the new Trump administration affect the IT in India?
Yes, it will impact actually. Not only India, it
Basically,
will impact all other countries like China, India.
yeah, I heard he's trying to. I think all the things he's trying to block it from
Yes,
internationally.
yes, yes, he is blocking all the outsourcing things. First of all, he's not allowing people to come into the US. Also, he's not allowing the lot of US projects. It's coming out, right? So the project implementation is happening outside of US, like it's happening in China and India. So that also is stopping.
Oh, that the project also is no one cannot outsource the
Yes,
project
yes,
as
you
well.
should not. If you go out, then you will not get benefits. You will not
Like
get benefits. Yes, he is putting a lot of conditions. If the project is going outside, he is adding so many conditions for that.
uh,
So that is the problem actually.
does that during the Obama's administration does that affect the as well?
Obama said initially when before electing, right, he also said same thing like he is not going to send the projects outside. But still, once he got the rights, means once he elected, then he didn't do this much. Like what I say, he didn't do this blocking and all. But
Oh,
this Trump, and from day one he started killing other countries.
I see.
From day one he started.
Yeah,
So that is
he's
the
doing
main.
so much.
He is doing.
Yeah, he's doing so much stuff with the few of my friends working in the Chase Bank. They are saying that they're H1B, so they are working on Chase
Oh
Bank. That take them off from project and stuff.
yes, yes. So I heard so many people, so many companies removed employees and they're taking inside people, like US people. Even I used
Right.
to. There is one company they offered for me H1,
Mm-hmm.
and after that they stopped actually because of this Trump administration is taking. And when every day he's changing his mind, and we don't know what will happen. That's what they currently they blocked my H1 actually.
Oh, I see.
Yes, they blocked my H1. They said we don't know when we will get some positive kind of signal from this administration, then only we can proceed. Currently we are not able to do anything, and he is putting a lot of condition. If at all, if you want to take an employee from outside the country, you have to pay for them 1,30,000 salary.
Oh, wait. The employee that whoever is going to come from outside of USA,
Yes,
so they have to pay the same 1 lakh. Okay, so that means they wanted to do not to foreign, they wanted to build the local.
yes, but in
So
general.
if the company has to pay is that amount of money, so they're
Mm,
not going to get the outsources. They're going to get the inside source. That's why,
yes,
right?
correct. Yes, yes. So in general, how much they will pay? Somewhere some 75, maximum 73, 75 they will pay. Say for instance, if one guy is coming from India to US, so this consultant people they will pay 75,000, 75K
On
per year.
and from there it'll be tax will be taken out from there as well.
Ah yeah, flat 30, yeah. And now he is putting a condition, you need to get an offer, you need to get an offer letter or whatever. It should be minimum 1,30,000 salary. Then only you can able to enter inside the country, otherwise you will not.
Wow.
So this is one of the condition. So they will not pay, right, that much. I don't know whether they will get that much or not. First of all, the consultant people, they should get, right? Then only they will pay for candidate.
Right. So now what I'm seeing it at this moment, the consulting firm is gonna be like building the company, right?
Yes.
It's like more than it's like 200,000 or about probably 180,
Mm-hmm.
something around that price, and then they're gonna pay you this amount of money, and then they can resources. But whoever is gonna come, that would be like the company would not gonna. let the person is work easily. They're gonna like a 3 people's work he has to deal with it at
Correct, correct.
least.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely they have to do more work. That's what they may
Right.
recruit like who is having 15 years of experience, such kind of people.
Right. Exactly. Who
Yeah,
can?
yeah, yes, yes. If you have more experience, then they obviously they have to pay whatever more than 1 lakh or 90,000, more than 90,000, something like that. That much salary. Otherwise, they cannot offer for 6 years, 7 years guy more than 90,000, right?
Right.
So that condition, because of that condition, now they stopped. I mean, people and lot of people got scared actually. Some people are.
Actually, it's not only them. Even I'm citizen in USA. Even I went to high school here. I went to
Mm,
college here. Even I
mm.
graduated. I'm scared.
Oh, you don't have any problem, right? Then you have.
Right. Even I'm traveling from outside of the USA. I
Mm-hmm.
get scared what they're doing with it. Even the citizen get blocked.
Yeah, initially he blocked right all some of the countries. He said you should not travel. After that, there is lot of inside people itself. They stop fighting. Then he allowed. Okay, you can travel. Green.
Even the person that who was born here, born in USA by born,
Yes.
and
He,
he was visiting the country because of his grandparent and stuff was living there. And then
mm,
when he was coming back from there, and then they blocked him.
yes. He's killing
This is
people.
like so funny.
Yeah, he's killing people actually. Even one of my friend, my colleague, she was there in US. She had green card, everything. She
Hmm.
got kid in US itself. She had a green card. She had rights, everything. Now she was planning to come to US. Okay. Then because of this Trump administration, then she stopped. I don't want to go now. We don't know what will happen. I will stay India only. She had everything.
Recently I went to Bangladesh,
Mm,
but I was
she had same thing. She got scared. She didn't took any decision. She will be in India only. That is the problem of. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, if you see, this is our form, correct?
right.
Now, whenever a user is trying to click register, we need to display like please provide first name, please provide last name. Wherever empty is there, we need to display a message. Okay.
Right.
For that, so this entire HTML, if you see, right, this is one form, correct?
Hmm.
So this everything is one document or one form. If you take any application form, you will see like that. You will see a big form, correct? You will see a
Hmm.
big form, and here you will say school registration something heading, and you will see all the fields, correct? All the fields, list of fields. Then just below you will see one submit button, correct?
Right.
And this is one document, correct?
Hmm.
And this is one form. All together you can say one form.
Right.
School registration form or whatever, customer
Hmm.
registration, this is a form, and this is a document, correct?
Right.
Okay, in the similar way here also we need to define a form, correct? We have a body. Inside the body, whatever you are writing, it will display to the user, correct? Inside the body, whatever content is available, it will be displayed to the user.
Right.
So now what I did, I included a tag called form. Did you see this? There is a form. So meaning, so this entire thing, so this is a form actually.
Hmm.
This is our form, and the outlined one is a document, correct? Inside the document is a form. Form will be there, correct?
Hmm.
Document is a paper. You can consider simply you can consider a form. Inside the form or inside the document you will see one form. Student registration form, customer registration, something like that. In the similar way here also we need to define a form. So this is a form is a starting tag and ending tag. Okay.
Okay.
And after that you see here submit button is there. Input type equal submit, value equal register, something. So whenever user is clicking the button, So whenever user is clicking the button, then we need to call a JavaScript and we need to validate whether first name field is having some value or not. If it is not there, we need to display a message, please provide first name. Okay, for that what we have to do, we have to someone need to listen this button, right? When you click this one, someone need to listen and we need to provide an action. So for that what I'm going to do, if you see here there is a button like input type equal to submit, value equal to register. So this is the one, input type equal to submit, value equal to register. I am going to add one listener for this one. He is called on click. On click equal to validate student. So this is the event and this is the one of function called JavaScript function. Inside the function I will validate everything. So validate student. So this is a JavaScript function. Now how to write JavaScript? Now go back. So this is our form, correct? And this is our body. Just above the body we have a CSS. We imported the CSS, right? So here you can write the tag script. Script is a starting tag and script is the ending tag. So inside the script, what content you are going to write? It is not a HTML. It is a JavaScript, correct?
Right.
So type equal to yeah.
What is the difference between, just a quick question outside of the channel.
Mhm.
What is the difference between Java and the JavaScript?
So Java is core Java. It's like whatever we discussed last time, right? Your first
Right,
session.
right. That's,
So it's a
that's the code Java.
yes. And now JavaScript we will see now. So JavaScript is function. So JavaScript is running under client side. Client means the browser side. So
Ah,
here
okay.
it's running. Java is running under server side. So client is this one, right? It's not a server. This is just a client, correct?
Right.
So whenever this is a UI, UI is a client. So whenever user is clicking the button, JavaScript will execute. After that, it will go to the server and it will execute your Java. Correct? JavaScript is there client side and Java is there in server side. Server means the Tomcat side.
Right.
So that is the basic difference between Java and JavaScript.
So pretty much in a Tomcat is a Java build independent platform, right?
Correct. Yes. Yes. Inside the
So,
Tomcat, we have a Java build component.
okay. So whenever I'm creating a connection between application them in a website, so that means it's calling it from this particular server.
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So which server is
Okay.
calling? So that is based on your URL. So this is my server.
Right. Okay.
And this
Got
is
it.
my server and it's installed in my local machine. Or else you can give your IP address also.
How do you say the website IP, right?
Website means wherever your application is deployed. Currently it's deployed in my local machine. So I can give. So this is my IP address, correct? So I can give
Right.
this one also. If at all, if you want to access this school application, you have to give this IP address.
So if it's a live application, then I have to give this.
Yes, correct. No, it's not copied. So it's coming, right?
Right.
So meaning this is the
Now it's
server.
connected with the computer
Yes,
server.
it's connecting to my server or you can say computer. So now I got the change. Previously some cache is happening. So this color was not changing, correct? So I tried so many times restarting it, the color is not changing because of the some cache. Now whenever I'm using IP address, so now see the color is changed. Initially
Right.
it was green, right? So it was, we are not able to see the labels. It was blue initially. So I changed the color, it didn't impact it. Now whenever I'm changing the IP address, now it created a new fresh connection, then the colors are coming out properly as per our expectation. Okay, so now what we did, we created a script tag inside that function, and function is a keyword of JavaScript keyword, and the validate student is a function name I had given here, correct? The same
So
with
this is
same
like,
name. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
this is like a validate word name from Java.
It's a JavaScript. So far we are not going to Java. It's just client side function, JavaScript.
Okay.
From
So,
JavaScript you will go to the Java. So that we will see next class actually.
okay.
So far we are in JavaScript only. We haven't reached to Java. So that will be the next class. Once it is over the JavaScript, then I will give you one more class. I will take one more class, how to connect from JavaScript or HTML to Java.
Okay.
Okay, so function is a keyword and validate student. We have we have to write our own function. You can write whatever name you want, like on click of a button, I want to validate a student field. So that's what I have written my own function, like a validate student. Okay, after that what I had to do, first I want to validate first name, whether first name is having some value or not, correct? Before validating I need to read the value, right? What is there in this checkbox,
Hmm. This
correct?
one. Right.
So I need to validate this one, correct? Then only, oh, it's not displaying anything. So
When you pick up your mouse and then it just,
yes, it's just going out. Okay, let me, in focus color is yellow, yellow to red. Okay, let me remove this color. Yes, okay, for timing, let it keep like that. So whenever we are validating this field, so we need to check whether first name, last name field is having values or not, correct?
right.
See, now what I'm doing, just I'm clicking this button, then I need to check this, does first name is having some value or not, correct? If it
Mm-hmm.
is not there, if it is blank, then I need to display, please provide first name, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the kind of validation. So now go back. So before doing the validation, what I had to do, I had to read the first name field, correct? So how to read the first name text box value? So in Java, we have so many data types, right? Like a string, integer, char, float, double, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So in Java, we have so many data types, correct? But in case of JavaScript, we have only one data type called var. So it can able to hold numbers, string, array, anything, everything it can able to hold. There is only one data type. But in case of Java, we have so many data types. So that is one of the major difference between Java and JavaScript.
Mm-hmm.
So in Java, we have a string, character, double, float, integer, so many. But whereas in case of JavaScript, the data types are only one. It is called var. It can able to hold any kind of data. You can give integer, you can give string, you can give array. It can able to hold. You can give numbers, float, character, string, everything. It can able to hold it.
in the bar.
Yes, for temporarily. In the same right, Java also why you are declaring a variables to save the value for some time, correct?
Mhm.
The similar way here, I am declaring a variable called first name equal to, so I want to read first name value. So how to read the first name? So from where we need to read? We need to read the value from this form, right?
Mhm.
So we need to give some name for this form. What is the name of this form? I'm giving std
Right.
registration, correct?
Mhm.
And this is a form name, and this form is there under a document, correct?
Right.
So first what you have to do, document dot and form name, document dot form name dot which field you want to read inside this document. I want to read first name, correct? For
Right.
first name we have to give, so this is the
So
first name.
document is the parent.
Yes,
It's
correct.
like you
Document is, this is the document. So
right.
can give different color. Yes. So this is the document. The
Mhm.
green one is the
So,
document and red one,
so it's a by default what is you have to say document, right?
yes, correct. Green one is the document and the red one is a form.
Okay, got it.
And I will give another notification. This is a first name. Document dot form name dot first name. First name is one of the text field name, correct?
Mhm.
So this is the document dot form name dot field name. Field name is first name. So I need a first name value. Document dot form name dot field name dot value. Value is a keyword. So now I read the value and I assigned a variable called f name, and to display something to the user we have to use some alert.
So a lot method you have to write it.
Yes, we have to write the alert method. Now come back here and just refresh it and just try to click. Did you see there is some alert is coming? But
Mhm.
right now it is a blank, but some alert is coming, correct?
Mhm.
Click OK. Now go back here, and if you, now let me display this value here. I want to display first name colon value, and now come back here, just refresh it and provide first name is test and click the button. Did you see where the value is coming, right?
Mhm.
I can able to read it,
Right.
correct? And again give something different and just click the button, so it is coming first name colon, and whatever you are providing user can able to see it as it is, correct?
Right.
So that is the way to read a form field, document, form name, field name, a value, correct? So
Mhm.
this is the way to read the value. So this is not a submit button. We don't want to submit the form, just we want to display the value, so make it a button. Otherwise every time, so whenever I'm clicking OK, you see this values are going out. So I don't want to submit the form. I want to validate it first. If everything is fine, then only I want to submit the form. See, now it's not removing. So finally we are reading the form field, correct?
Right.
But after that what we had to do, we had to validate if the length of this field is 0, then only I had to display message, correct? Say for instance
Right.
now, what is the length of the first name? Character length? 0, right? There is no characters here, correct?
Right.
In that case I need to display a message, please provide first name. If at least one character is there, then I should not display, correct? If there is no
Mhm.
character, then I should display please provide first name. So that one I had to comment out. So we have a first name value. I had to check the length of the first name. How many characters is available? If this is JavaScript actually, if first name dot length is less than or equal to 0, then I have to display a message. Please provide.
Quotation. Is it a double quote or single quote?
Anyone is fine. Please provide.
First name.
Correct? Okay, now go back and just for every change whatever we are doing here, what we have to do, just we have to refresh the client. I said right, JavaScript is related to client. So what you have to do, just refresh it and go back here and just click it here. Did you see that? You are getting a message. Please provide first name. Okay, now let me write a first name. Some name. First name is having some value, correct? Now let me click it. So now you are getting the validation message. See, I'm clicking it. We are not getting the validation message, right? Now let me remove it. I didn't provide any name. It is saying please provide first name, correct?
Right.
Okay, first name is fine. First name we are validating. In the similar way, now I want to validate last name. So how to validate it? Before doing the validation, what I had to do? First I had to read the last name, right? How to read the last name? Document dot form name and field name. Which field you want to read? I want to read last name. So this is the field name. This field name you have to define here. First name is fine and last name. So here you need to give some name for your text box. So this is L name. So now we have a L name also. So for L name also you have to write same condition. If L name length equal to 0, then what you have to display? You have to display please provide last name, correct? So here we have to check if second name length is less than or equal to 0, then we have to display please provide last name. So come back here. So this is a JavaScript we change. So we need to modify client. So now please display a message. See, did you see the first name is having any value?
No.
No, so that's what we are getting alert message. Please provide first name. And did you see last name? Do you provided any value?
Nope.
So it's asking please provide last name. Click OK. Okay, let me provide last name value. See, last name is there is some value, but for first name there is no value. So let me register. So it's saying please provide first name. Click OK. See, last name it is not asking because last name is already having some value.
Yeah, right.
So this is the way you used to see validation, right? Some of the forms, whenever you are filling any form, online form, you will get this kind of messages, correct?
Right. So it's a JavaScript related.
It's JavaScript validation, it's a client-side validation. So if there is no first name, then it will ask, please provide first name. And if you see,
if you take both of them,
yeah,
then it shows. If you take both of them, then it shows the first name and last name, both of them together.
yes. But in generally, what happened, you know? Now let me enable the colors. Yes. Yeah, tell me, you're asking.
I was saying that if you are like leaving the first name and last name blank, then what would pop up?
Yeah, if you are leaving first name and last name, what will happen? That's what you're asking. So now this is the example. I didn't give one first name. I have not given last name. If I click this one, it will ask first first it will validate first name, the order how we are displaying the fields in the same order it will display the validation. If there is no first name, it will ask please provide first name and last name like this. But
Okay.
in general, we should not do like that. First, we need to focus on first name field. If there is no first name, see here, if there is no first name, it should
Yeah.
not ask last name immediately. First name you have to fix the validation, then only you have to go for last name. So for that, what we have to do, go back to your registration. If first name is not there, we should not validate other field, just return it back. We have to, if first name is fine, then only we have to validate second name. If second name is fine, then only we have to go for other fields. So for that, what we have to do, return it.
After I
Just return it, no need to validate it. Correct? First name is not there, why to go for second name? First you have to fix first name. See, now first name is not there. Now let me hit it. So what it's saying, please provide
first name.
first name. That's all. As long as if you are not fixing the first name, it will not validate rest of the fields. So click it. It will say please provide first name. Click it, please provide first name. Okay, now let me provide first name. Now let me click it. So now it is saying
Last name.
click it. Now provide the last name. So now it will not ask anything. So far we did validation only for two fields, correct?
Right.
Okay, now so last name is not there. When user is clicking, it is saying please provide last name. So I'm clicking OK. So whenever I'm clicking OK, right? So the cursor is there right now. The cursor is there somewhere in the air. So I should point like this, correct? Then user is very easy for user, right? So you directly
Right.
will type, correct? So whenever you are saying like you're saying we are opening the pop-up, then whenever user is clicking OK, now the cursor is there somewhere air. So it should point like this. So directly user can type, correct? It should focus to the current field. Whatever error message you are displaying, you should focus to the current that particular field. So for that, what we have to do? You got that point, right? So that is user-friendly message, correct? So now if I'll submit it, it will say please provide last name. If I click OK, now where is the cursor? Is there somewhere,
Yes.
right? So I'm expecting
Right.
it should do like this. See, now the cursor is there here, correct? Did you see blinking?
Uh-huh.
So how to do that one? So when you click OK, I'm expecting the cursor should blink here.
Hmm.
So for that, what I had to do, first I had to display the message, then I had to focus that particular field. After the alert message, I had to transfer the focus. So there is a FOCUS function. This is an inbuilt JavaScript function. We had to call that one. So cursor will be pointed to that particular validation message, validation text box. So user can type directly. First to display the alert message. After that, transfer the focus to first name or last name field wherever you want. Okay, let me run so that you will understand more. So now just I'm clicking. So it's displaying. Please provide first name. It's not going. Focus document dot first name dot FOCUS. Document dot form name dot field name. Okay, 1 second. Why it is not doing focus? First name. Let me give ID also same. FOCUS focus is correct. So meaning it should focus to that particular field if there is some validation is there. Why it is not focusing? This is also same. So this is another way to read a field. Document dot get element by ID and focus. So here in our case, this is our ID, first name, and I want to move focus to this field. Okay, and for time being, comment it out and go to our form. Just refresh and submit it. So it is asking please provide first name. Now it is doing focusing. Did you see this? So whenever I'm clicking it, so first it is asking please provide first name, and after clicking OK, now see the cursor.
Yep.
It is good, right? Now I'm providing first name. In the similar way you have to write. So this is for second name also, or second name or last name. So the second name is L name. So whenever first we will display user message, after that we will display we are trying to transfer the focus to that particular field. Just click OK. It's asking first name, please provide first name. Click OK. Did you see that cursor is pointing to that field,
Right.
correct? Now let me provide. Okay, now first name is done. Now let me click. So please provide last name. Click OK,
Last name.
and it is not pointing to last name. Why? Because we need to give ID. ID equal to L name. So ID you can give same name of name. So ID and name must be the same. So this is for to read the field values. These two we are giving. See, for every person should have some name, right?
Right.
In the similar way, for every input text field should have some name. Then only we can able to read the value, correct? Otherwise you are not able to read. See here for a first name I had given some name and ID. In the similar way for last name I had given some name and ID. So these two fields are to read the values. Okay, now go
Correct.
back and just refresh it. So it is asking please provide first name, so and it is focusing. Okay, provide some value. Now click again it back. Now it is asking please provide last name. It should focus. Why it is not doing? L name document dot get element by ID name L. Okay, let me refresh it once. So first name is already focusing, and now let me refresh first name. Please provide last name. Yes, now it is focusing, correct? Did you see that?
Right.
So whenever you are clicking the last name, please provide last name, and it is focusing to, it's easy for user, right? So directly
Correct.
user can type, so you no need to bring the cursor it back. So if at any point of time, if there is no, now there is no value for first name, so user is clicking, so it is asking please provide first name. Click OK, then see the cursor, it is blinking in the first name field, so user can type directly. So that is the advantage of focusing to a particular field. So first name and last name is fine. Now we need to validate the third field is email, correct?
Right.
So for email also we need to validate. First for email we need to validate whether email is having at least single character or not. After that we need to validate email is having at the rate of or not. After that we need to validate a dot is there or not, correct? So this is some valid email ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for every email should have at the rate of and a dot, correct? Then only we can say it is a valid email ID, correct? So abc at the rate of gmail.com. So if there is no dot, do you think this is a valid email ID?
No.
No, because there is no dot. Okay, say for instance dot also is there. So do you think this is the valid email ID?
No.
So these are the conditions. We know generally whatever conditions or what are the rules you want to apply, you apply all those things and you can validate the email. So first, if you see now, there is no email at all. In this case, what you have to display, please provide email address, correct?
Right.
After that, user is doing like this and he is clicking the button. What you have to display, please provide valid email address, correct? He is giving something, but it's not a valid, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the all email rules. So if you say, if they will ask you sometime, please write test cases for email address, then what you will write?
These are the negative scenario and all.
So email, the length must be, first test case, the length must be greater than 0, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the second test case is, it should have 1 at the rate of. And
Right.
after that, it should have 1 dot.
Mm-hmm.
And third test case is, the dot must be after at the rate of,
That.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
The dot must be after at the rate, correct?
Right.
For instance, now dot is there here and here there is no dot. Do you think this is the valid address?
Nope.
Because dot must be after at the rate of, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the test cases you need to define, and the same test cases you have to transfer into JavaScript validation. Test cases is for manual, right? So based on the test
Right.
cases you need to define your automation code, correct?
Mm-hmm.
For each test case you need to convert into automation. So that automation or that kind of validation now we are going to do in JavaScript side. For email is a little bit different. It is not a straightforward. We need to apply all the email checks. Okay. Now clear it. The first test case what we defined is, it should be, length should be greater than 0, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now go back here and first we have to read the email. How to read the email? Document dot form name dot email dot value, correct? It is lowercase. So this is the email, document dot form name dot field name dot value, and this is a email. So when you are reading this email part, so we need to give the, for email text box, ID and name equal to email, correct? Name equal
Mm-hmm.
to email, comma, ID equal to email. Okay, finally done. Now go back here. Now we have an email. So what you have to do, you have to check the length, correct? If the length is less than 0, what you have to do? We have to display same message and we need to focus it, correct? Just
Right.
copy the same logic as it is and right here. If email length is less than 0, then what you have to display, please provide
Email address.
email address. Perfect. And here we need to focus it to email field, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And delete all commented code. Now go back here. So first name we don't want to validate. Second name I don't want to validate. We already tested so many times. Now email I have not provided anything, correct? Did you see any value here?
Nope.
Now let me submit it. What it is saying? Please provide email. So this is a typo. Please provide
Mm-hmm.
email address, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And click OK. And the cursor is pointing to email address, correct? So here you remove this one. Yes. Go back and refresh. So first let me click. So what it is saying? Please provide first name. So it is pointing to first name John, and now again I am submitting. It is saying please provide last name John Canadian. Okay, so last name is there. Now again I am submitting. What it is saying?
Email
Please provide
address.
email address. So email I am providing as a John. Do you think this is a valid email address?
No.
And he is submitting. So we are not validating further steps like it don't have at the rate of, it don't have dot, all those things we are not doing validation. So that is the next step. So first we are checking only length, correct?
Right.
If at least one character is there, then we have to check. Then we have to write here. So this is the email, correct?
Right.
So we have a email. For our email, now what we have to do, we have to check whether at the rate of is there or not, correct? So that is the second test case. So for that we need to check index of. In Java also we have this keyword. We need to find out at the rate of index.
Hmm.
So what is the use of this finding of at the rate of index? Say for instance this is a sample email address. So if you get the index of at the rate of, what you will get here? This is 0 index, first, second and third. So at the rate of index you will get as a 3 in this case. If there is no at the rate of at all, say for instance if there is no at the rate of, you will get at the rate of index is -1. If there is no at the rate of at all in the string, then you will get the index is -1. If it is there, you will get that at the rate of character position number. You got it right?
Mm-hmm.
So meaning, so here if you see here abc at the rate of gmail.com. So this is one of the Gmail, and now you are trying to get the index. So for A the index is 0, for B index is 1, for C index is 3, and for at the rate of index is 3, correct?
Right.
Say for instance if there is no at the rate of at all, if you are trying to get at the rate of index, you will get index is -1. So blindly now I am trying to get at the rate of index. So see here, did user is provided at the rate of here? There is no at the rate of, right?
No.
So in this case index we will get as a -1. So I'm trying to read the index. So let me print the index. What will happen? At index. Okay, let me add first name, last name, and now. So do you see any at the rate of here for email?
No.
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 Okay, now if I click on register, what I am getting index? -1, correct?
Right.
Okay, now let me add one at the rate of, and now let me submit. What is the index? 4. So J is 0, O is 1, H is 2, 3, and at the rate of index is 4. So if in at the rate of index is -1, then what we have to display? Please provide valid email address, correct? If at the rate of index is -1, then we can consider indirectly the the email is invalid email address, correct? Then we need to
Mm-hmm.
focus that field. Please provide valid email address.
So how does it know this is a valid email address?
So first we are checking length.
Right.
Length equal to 0, then we are displaying, we are executing this if block, correct?
No, I mean to say, I understand that concept, but in terms of, we said, let's say yahoo.com, let's say gmail.com,
Uh-huh.
it's hotmail.com. There's so many email.com. So how would that know this is the domain that they are verifying again?
Yeah, domain we will not verify. First we will verify at the rate of, after that we will verify dot, just a dot. We are not verifying whether it's a .com, whether it's gmail.com or it's yahoo.com, we will not verify. We will verify only at the rate of and a dot is there or not. You will not
Okay.
verify like what I got your question, abc at the rate of gmail.com. So def at the rate of yahoo.com. So domain might be the different. The what is the similar functionality between these two emails? At the rate of e should be there and dot should be there, correct? We don't care whether it's a Gmail address or Yahoo address or Hotmail address, we don't care. We are concentrating only on whether it is there or not, dot is there or not, that's all.
Right.
You can give some junk address also like XYZ also. Do you think this is a valid email address? It's invalid, correct?
Mhm.
But system will not validate all those things. To validate all those things, what system will do, yeah. So you will give email address, right?
Mhm.
And you will register yourself. After that, what system will do? System will try to send an email to this email address and it will ask you to click that link from your email box. You got it right?
Right.
To activate your application, please log in into your email address and please click the link whatever we send. If it is a valid email address, just to validate your email address. In the same way, sometimes every time you are asking OTP, right?
Mhm.
So whenever you are registering some forms, right, they will send you one code to your mobile number and they will ask you to re-enter the same message what OTP into the application form, correct? Just to
Right.
ensure your mobile is valid or not, correct? If you give
Mhm.
some junk number, then they are not able to send the message, then you are not able to re-enter the OTP in your form, correct?
Right.
So that is the way you can able to validate your phone number. In the similar way, you can enter any email address, but system is not able to validate exactly whether it's a valid or email. To validate that one, what they will do, they will send one email or link to this address and they will ask you to click the link from your email box.
Mhm.
You got it right, how we are validating email address?
Right. Got it.
That is the way we need to validate like phone numbers and email address. First time in the same in Gmail also, whenever you are registering any whenever you are creating your Gmail account, what they will do, they will ask you to please enter your mobile number, then you will enter your mobile number, then once after registration they will send one OTP to your your phone or whatever registered phone, and you need to enter the message code in the email registration, then only they can consider this is a valid phone number, otherwise they will not consider, correct?
Right.
So why we need to enter, say for instance you are creating one email account with your name and you are giving my phone number, correct?
Uh-huh.
So you may give somebody else phone number, correct? So that should not be case, right? So if you are giving somebody else phone number, then the OTP will be sending to somebody else. Then you are not able to get that OTP, correct?
Correct.
So people may misuse their phone numbers, right?
Mhm.
That's what,
Exactly.
yes, we are validating these OTP concepts when you are registering any form.
Mhm.
So
Right.
to validate email address, they will send one of the link to corresponding email and the user need to click that link from their email box. Then they will call their website and they will check whether whatever the link is sent is same or not. So in that way, we can able to ensure the email is correct or not. But as a validation side, we are not going to do domain check. Just we will check whether at the rate of is there or not. If it is there, then we can say, yes, it is a valid email address.
Correct. Mhm.
See here, this is a first name, last name, and now just John. There is no at the rate of. Did you see this? There is no at the rate of. I'm clicking directly. It is saying please provide
email address.
email address. Now focusing to directly email address. Now let me remove it. Now let me submit it. What it's saying?
Please provide email address.
Click OK. It is pointing to directly. Now John. Now let me submit again. Please provide valid email address. Why it is saying? Because there is no at the rate of. Now I'm adding at the rate of. Now partially valid. Submit it. So again we need to check .com, correct? Domain. So this is second validation. So this is the last one. We will finish it for today. Now the similar way I need to check for dot index, correct?
Right.
If at least one dot should be there. Dot. So here I'm checking. This index should not be -1. Either at least one is not there, then I can say. So this is an invalid email address. Then I can say if there is no at the rate of or if there is no dot, I will say invalid email address. Did you see this? Both index I am checking. If at least one dot, one index is -1, then I will say this is an invalid email address. Okay, let me give this one. This one. Did you see that there is no email? I'm submitting. It is saying please provide email address. Now, okay, now I'm saying ABC. There is no at the rate of. So it is an invalid email address. Please provide valid email address. Okay, now I'm giving at the rate of. Again it is saying please provide valid. Why? Because there is no
Email.
dot. Correct? Now I'm writing Gmail. Again I'm submitting. Why it is saying again back? There is no .com.
Oh.
Now it is a valid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we will not get any message. Now let me remove the dot again and try. So this is invalid, right? There is no dot. See, you are getting. So this is the way to validate email address by using JavaScript from client side. Correct?
Right.
Still we have some more fields like a gender and a checkbox and drop down and the last one. These remaining fields we will see tomorrow. So far it's
Sure.
clear, right? You got some idea what is
Correct.
JavaScript, why we need it, how the field is
Right.
validating in general.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some idea, right?
Yep.
And I will upload this piece of code or all this project into GitHub and you can have a look. We will, if you have any questions, we will discuss tomorrow first.
Sure. Definitely.
Okay? Yeah, fine. Okay.